The Clone Wars ended, and so did the Jedi. It ushered in a new galactic era, one that brought in the Empire. And when Vader and Sidious rose to power, they murdered the leaders of the Confederacy of Independent Systems on Mustafar, the people and corporations who profited from the Clone Wars. Since the inception of the Separatist alliance, it was a corporate conspiracy to wage war on the Republic, in large part because of taxation on hyperspace trade routes. In other words, an overreaching government taxing poorer planets for the profit of the core worlds or the planets closer to Coruscant. And this was the reason for the blockade on Naboo by the Trade Federation in Episode 1, the precursor to the Clone Wars. In Attack of the Clones, we see the birth of the Separatist alliance, being spearheaded by Count Dooku, the former Jedi who left the Order, because of obvious corruption in the Jedi's role in the failing Republic. And this is what we see in Tales from the Jedi.
Corruption like yours must be eradicated.
After Dooku left the Jedi Order, he began a series of successful propaganda campaigns against the Republic, hacking into the holonet to spread his ideas and message, denouncing the Galactic Republic as a futile enterprise that was hopelessly burdened by corruption and favoritism towards the core worlds, to which many people, planets, and governments agreed with his ideas. In order for Dooku to realize his ideas, the Confederacy of Independent Systems had to be formed. He would need credits, an army, and planets to join his cause. Dooku was able to persuade the Trade Federation, the Intergalactic Banking Clan, the Techno Union, the Commerce Guild, and the Corporate Alliance all to sign treaties on Geonosis and join together as the Executive Separatist Council and form the Separatist Alliance. In other words, the people who would profit the most off the Clone Wars.
Explained to you earlier, I am quite convinced that 10,000 more systems will rally to our cause with your support, gentlemen.
The
Techno Union Army is at your disposal, Count.
Their banking clan will sign your treaty.
Good, very good. Our friends from the Trade Federation have pledged their support, and when their battle droids are combined with yours, we shall have an army greater than any in the galaxy. The Jedi will be overwhelmed. The Republic will agree to any demands we make.
Newt Gunray was the viceroy of the Trade Federation, a megacorporation that worked as an interstellar shipping and trade conglomerate, growing so powerful in the waning years of the Galactic Republic, it had its own representation in the Senate. That's right, a corporation having galactic representation is an obvious sign of corruption. Shu Mei, the president of the Commerce Guild, which was a large-scale interstellar conglomerate, including companies like AgriCorps, retailers, servicers, and providers, the Mining Guild, and other commercial entities. It was the primary competitor to the Corporate Alliance. And the magistrate of the Corporate Alliance, Pascal Argentin, was one of the Republic's largest commerce guilds, and it was the negotiating body of several large commercial firms, in other words, private equity. The Separatist Alliance even got enemies to join together against the Republic. And Wat Tambor was the foreman of the Techno Union and an executive of the Bakkoid Armor Workshop, establishing battle droid manufacturing on multiple planets. And San Hill was the chairman of the Intergalactic Banking Clan, one of the most influential commerce guilds. And they acted more as a cartel than a bank, but at the end of the day, they were the money behind all of this. An Archduke of Geonosis, Poggle the Lesser, established new droid factories on Geonosis and began drafting what would be the Death Star from models of the Geonosians Hive system. Dooku now had his Separatist alliance, fully backed by planets, governments, trade unions, and a mass army of killer battle droids. The Clone Wars have begun. A war between the core worlds and the Outer Rim, the civilization versus wild space. For eons, the Outer Rim has been slowly colonized by the Republic, draining their resources and forcing them into the Republic where they have far less power in government. This was Dooku's message, and it was time to stand up to the Jedi and the Republic, and the Outer Rim planets were going to profit. The Techno Union produces billions of droids that would wreak havoc across the galaxy, making them untold profits on the Outer Rim planet of Hypori, while the Trade Federation stalls in politics and enacts trade wars and blockades that ultimately favor hyperspace routes controlled by the Separatist Union in the Outer Rim territories. while the banking clan also funds the Republic clone army, designed to bankrupt the Republic as the clone army can't match the sheer numbers of droids being deployed across the galaxy, and a continuation of the Republic's decline. The Confederacy of Independent Systems took years of conspiracy across the galaxy and Palpatine studying how to defeat the Republic and Jedi Order. And what it would end up looking like is falsifying a droid invasion and blockade because of taxation, mentor Dooku to be the warrior on the battlefield and the debate stage, make backdoor corporate deals designed to profit them and start a war, make the money off the droid production, conquer, harvest, and control the trade routes of these planets, weakening the Republic all while fighting a war, depleting their resources, Jedi, and trusting governance, and do this all while acting as Supreme Chancellor of the Galactic Republic. That's Emperor Palpatine's plan. In the end, all the founding members of the Separatist Union were killed on Mustafar like the Jedi in the Republic, wiped out due to decades of decline and corruption. This was Palpatine's purge of his master plan. No one would stop his new empire. And the Separatist alliance was ultimately a Trojan horse for the Empire. Playing themselves and their conspirators due to greed and corruption, the foundations of the CIS ultimately ended like the Republic, in ashes and destroyed by the Galactic Empire. And with that is who profited off the Clone Wars. Subscribe if you would like, and until next video, goodbye.